You know what's happening? The Fresh Prince of Ilali. Shout out to the one and only Flash Kumkani right here. Big Flash. It is homegrown. If you just joined us, you are watching the hottest music show, Emhlabeni. Now, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, you saw them open up the show. Now they're sitting down. They're going to be having a conversation with me. Without any further ado, let's give a round of applause for Romeo XX. Yes, Mdarasi.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Now, we're outside, gents. Yo, listen. First, I have to ask, who's Romeo, who's XX?
Romeo XX is actually one person, to be specific.
Sure.
But wherever I go and wherever I'm at, I always have my sort of like a right hand man.
Yeah.
To me, he's my right hand, not hype man.
Yeah.
Right hand man, and to him, I'm also his right hand man. In other words, he's like my producer because we can't really take up music if there's no producers involved.
Sure.
So hence he's always in the picture. He goes by the name K Speech, and he has been doing a lot of things in the game. A lot of people are familiar with him.
Nah, that's what's up. Like, that's actually really cool. The fact that, you brought your homie on, because not a lot of guys go out there and say, you know what, I want to share the spotlight,
Sure.
And speaking about the spotlight, I know that you have a background in choir, you know what I'm saying? Let's speak a little about that before we go into the hip hop. How did that come about and why were you in the choir?
In the choir, it actually started in primary when I was very young. In primary, at my era of growing up, generation to generation, it changes. But I'm not that old. I'm 27 years younger, actually. I don't like to even say I'm 27 years old. I'm 27 years younger this year.
Sure.
But when I was very young, during primary, we were used to be forced by teachers to actually go to extramural activities.
Sure.
If I was at ski, you have to be at the debate, spelling bee, or sketch. So I was one of the people that were actually forcing when I was growing up. So if there's a debate going on, I would involve myself. If there's a choir going on, I would hop on. But on the choir, it came to a fact of whereby a certain grade at school was forced to be in a choir.
Sure.
That's in Alice, LA2. That's where I even started this whole thing. So when the pushwang choir, that's when I actually found myself through music via choir. Then it became something that I fell in love with. Eighth grade, first 8th grade of high school, I started writing songs for other guys in school. And at that time in Eastern Cape, Vanek was popping, guys like Pizoloshin, Makloseni.
Were you writing
actually
Vanek?
Wave. Yeah, I was writing Vanek in boarding school, Pandulwazi. So I started writing, ghost writing Vanek until a roommate of mine was like, yo, bro, you actually writing songs at school and they love these songs. You should release one song yourself. After releasing one song, I joined a crew called Ghetto Boys. They were actually the hardest at the school.
Wait, when you joined the Ghetto Boys, was it straight from the choir or was it happening at the same time?
Oh no, it's actually something that was happening during the year because my first year at high school, I met up with these guys with a crew called Ghetto Boys. They the hardest in high school.
I see.
So I'm coming from primary with the choir mentality, and I want to write songs because I was very inspired with my English teacher at primary. So I used to love the poem sessions.
Me and you.
So you come up with your own rhymes. I think that's where it developed all that skill. And then when I bumped into Ghetto Boys, the whole school had their eyes on them at school at that time. So me being part of them, it gave me that attention also. And
we
actually hold Alice with the hands.
So how do you meet your homie? Like how did you guys meet now?
Yo, I met with the homie 2018, right? If not 2017, between those years.
Are you here? So where did you guys meet?
I think we actually met at an event which was actually in Delft. So I was supposed to perform there, but yet I didn't get to perform because of time and everything. So I actually met him there, and then we collided. We were supposed to work on music, but we never got to at that moment. And then later on, we actually met again in town.
Sure.
Yeah, which it was a coincidence, and then we hooked up. We did a couple songs together.
Nah, that's actually really cool. Are you the one that did Tokyo Dreams?
Yeah, of course we did it together. It's one of the songs.
Yeah. So how how did that come about?
We're in studio. They came through to my studio, and then we did like 4 songs, I think. We have like actually more than that. Yeah, but it was just a new energy that you're not used to, new people and everything. So it was actually genuine,
Yeah,
It
no,
was
that's very
genuine.
important,
Yeah.
man. Like the worst thing you can do is like going into studio and you don't feel
Nah,
the energy of the
bro.
crew
Nah,
you're
don't
working
force
with.
that. But don't force that. Music is
Yeah.
in the heart. You're not doing it for yourself. It's for someone else to feel it too.
Oh, that bars, man. And how did you then move from the Eastern Cape, if I'm not mistaken?
From the Eastern Cape, I moved after my matric, which
Sure.
was 2016.
Sure.
So I moved to this side. After coming to this side, I was staying in Delft.
Sure.
Yeah, I was staying in Delft. I met with a homie called Atengosi Gwili.
Sure.
He's
sure.
one of the guys that are actually active when it comes to boosting the community of Delft. Shout outs to him. When I met out with him, he connected me with a lot of people that are creators around Delft, Wale, and that's how I actually got to meet up with them.
Sure.
So when coming back, I formed a crew called Six Figure Gang that side
Yeah,
with
yeah.
two homies of mine from Zim, Shingi and Carnivore. So
Oh, you were spanning with Shingy. That's what I was wondering. Like,
Yeah.
where do you how do you know Sean? I'm like, damn.
So
alright, cool.
even the transaction of me falling in love into fusing my hip hop with English, Xhosa and Shona.
Yeah.
It's like trying to define the people that I actually chill with and cater them because
That's actually
we
like,
actually have our
really
brothers
dope.
in South Africa. So when we're doing hip hop, I feel like it's best to include everybody, man.
Yeah. Your project that you dropped on the 28th of February, like Fallout, is it dedicated to you no longer being with Six Figure Gang? Did you guys have a fallout?
Nah, actually, there was something kind of like a fallout at that time, way back. But we were very young, man. We were still ignorant in the game, pushing with the chest of talent. Like,
Sure.
when you know that you're best in rapping, you think that you got it all figured it out. So
Yeah.
we're just these young cats, man, being inspired by everybody that's out there. And we had a conflict as a crew members, growing up young kids. It's something that we actually resolved when we're growing up.
Sure.
But Fallout is not based on that. It's actually based on the transaction of me changing to another person. Like a snake shredded its skin in
Yeah.
order for it to be better. And
Damn,
yeah.
so maybe use a caterpillar going into a
Yeah.
butterfly.
So that was like me. Recently, I'm a new dad. Just got my firstborn last year on the 6th of January.
Congratulations.
So Fallout was actually a build-up process when my woman was pregnant and me handling that process for
yeah.
the first time, and
Yo,
I didn't know what
dog.
to do. And whenever I'm
Dude.
in the corner, music becomes my
Then you're
therapy.
peeing, and that's what you did.
That's how most of the songs and most of
Came
the
out.
moods were built up with the album. Fallout,
shout out,
yeah.
man. I just want to say congratulations to you on the baby. Congratulations on the
man.
project. I cannot wait to see you performing.